Welcome back to Politically Animated, where stupidity meets instant karma. So, get this. Chicago, a so-called activist, decides it's a great idea to try and run over ICE agents armed, aggressive, full-on get-a-moda. And now she's shocked because federal agents actually defended themselves. Y'all, this is peak 2025 woke culture. You can't invent chaos and then act like the universe owes you sympathy. And of course, the usual crowd of protesters and media are out here crying about excessive force. Sure, Jan, let's break this down. Here's the timeline so you can follow along. Federal agents were doing routine operations at the southwest side of Chicago. Standard standoff with protesters, shouting banners, chants, all the usual. Suddenly, one woman floors her car toward the line of ICE agents, stepping out armed with a weapon. Not flowers, not signs, not a petition, a weapon. Border Patrol responds like trained professionals. Shots fired, threat neutralized. Let's pause. Imagine being in that situation. You've been told to resist ICE, and suddenly someone takes it literally. You either dodge a car or use your training. This is reality, not a video game. Now the protesters flip. 1 second they're screaming defund ICE, the next second they're gasping. They used excessive force. Translation, they wanted drama, not consequences. Add this, the city is now buzzing, emergency services had to respond. Traffic halted. Local residents are screaming about endangerment. This isn't a peaceful protest. This is chaos with a dash of criminal intent.
Patrolling this area here in Brighton Park when suddenly they say that they were boxed in by about 10 vehicles. At one time they tried to get out of their vehicles, and that's when they say they felt like they were going to get run over by the protesters, and that's when DHS agents allegedly fired off their weapons, hitting one woman who we now have learned has been taken to a nearby hospital and she is in stable condition. DHS also tells us that woman was already known by federal agents. She was named in a Border Patrol intelligence bulletin just last week for allegedly doxing federal agents online. Now, people living near this scene say it's been traumatizing to see all of this unfold here. There was some tear gas that we saw deployed here at multiple points today, as well as pepper bullets to try and control that crowd. We saw Chicago police as well here on scene. They say they were here just to protect the people in this area while federal authorities handled this entire investigation. We heard from some of those protesters voicing their concerns about these federal operations.
We see it on the news, we see it on our phones, but to see it live is just shocking that this is America, this is the country that we love, that we work for, that we protect.
ICE is terrorizing our community. People are scared to go out. Kids are afraid to go to school. We should not be living like this.
Trump has really staked his claim on Chicago, and we're starting to see the effects of that. We're now Department of Homeland Security authorities have shot and killed multiple people here in Chicago. I want to state that. This is the federal government using its resources to kill people living here in the United States. This is people. They have families, they have friends, they have jobs, they have lives, they are trying to support themselves.
You're gonna use that gun on your people! Shame on you! I hope right now your ancestors are looking at you! Look at you right now, brother! Stand up! Stand up! How did your family get here? How did your family get here? You of all people! Don't walk away, brother! I'm good! Stay there! We can talk! We can talk! My tax money put you in school! You came here without no papers! Now you're an American? Thank you! Out of the way and pay us back! We love you, brother! Don't forget that! Everybody take a picture of you! You know why? The internet is so good! No! I'm on public property! You're gonna be a movie star! You're gonna be a movie star! We're gonna show you! Wait a minute! Come over here, Mr. America!
Let's talk hypocrisy. These people have spent years vilifying ICE, calling them Nazis, kidnappers, fascists, literally treating federal agents like the villain in every movie ever. Then, boom, one protester tries to kill some of them in broad daylight, and suddenly, everyone's upset that someone defended themselves. And the media, don't get me started. They're spinning this like, oh, poor woman, she didn't mean harm. Bro, she floored the car at federal agents and came out armed. That's literally the opposite of peaceful protest. The lesson here is simple. If you're going to scream resistance, make sure the universe isn't actually listening. Otherwise, you get your Prius turned into Swiss cheese. Oh, and shout out to local residents. Even the most liberal neighbors are saying, this isn't activism. This is reckless endangerment. The same people who usually excuse any chaos are now shaking their heads.
All right, welcome in here to Live Now from Fox. We are following some breaking news, just getting this in here. Let's put this up on your screen as we're learning Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem saying she's going to deploy more special operations to Chicago. Here's what this says. Today in Chicago, members of our brave law enforcement were attacked, rammed, and boxed in by 10 vehicles, including an attacker with a semi-automatic weapon. I'm deploying more special operations to control the scene. Reinforcements are on their way. If you see a law enforcement officer today, thank them. This post coming shortly after we did see another social media post here from Department of Homeland Security Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin after she shared that federal agents were rammed and boxed in by 10 cars in Broadview, Illinois, and that's where anti-U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement crowds have been gathering for days. DHS said agents were unable to move their vehicles and they had to exit. One of the drivers accused of ramming into the law enforcement vehicle was armed with a semi-automatic weapon, as we just shared with you here. McLaughlin said officers, quote, were forced to deploy their weapons and fire defensive shots at an armed U.S. citizen. McLaughlin also noted that the armed woman, who was a U.S. citizen, was named in a Customs and Border Protection Intelligence bulletin. The woman allegedly doxed agents. No law enforcement officers were seriously injured during this incident, adding that the situation is evolving as you are taking a live look now at Chicago. The agents were reportedly performing a routine patrol in Broadview, which is a suburb of Chicago, when the alleged assault occurred. Now, I also wanted to share here some video that we do have from yesterday as Fox News witnessed more than a dozen protesters being arrested in the streets near the ICE processing center in Broadview. Local authorities charged at least 5 people. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem saying yesterday that she and her team also were blocked from accessing the Village of Broadview Municipal Building located about 12 miles west of downtown Chicago. Noem said that she and her team were stopping for a quick bathroom break. And in the same post on social media, Noem slammed Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker as well. So this is a video from yesterday there. I just wanted to clarify that, but we are learning here. If we could go back to this first post here from Kristi Noem. I'm asking my producer to pull that back up for us. This is just coming in here. We are learning now that Noem is saying she will be deploying more special operations to Chicago in light of all of this. So we will continue to follow this breaking news here. This just coming in moments ago.
Now the fallout. Local residents are furious. Some are literally saying, we were just trying to live our lives. Now this Piscio comes and tries to run people over. Protesters still crying. Social media is full of posts like, why didn't ICE de-escalate? Bro, what de-escalation do you want when someone is trying to kill you? Media outlets are rushing to frame this as a tragedy, but even their own videos show the woman driving toward agents. Literally footage of her escalating the violence. It's peak do as we say, not as we do. They demand justice and protection, but only for themselves. The moment the tables turn, they want sympathy instead of accountability. Even Chicago cops are reportedly side-eyeing this situation. They're used to protests. Note someone treating the streets like a demolition derby. Here's the takeaway. Actions have consequences even in woke 2025. You can scream, chant, and hold signs all day, but the moment you escalate to actual violence, don't cry when the law reacts. Drop a comment below. Do ICE agents have the right to defend themselves? Yes or hell yes. Smash that like button if you enjoy watching woke chaos meet reality, and subscribe for more politically animated breakdowns of stupidity in action. Remember, next time you try to drive your Prius at federal agents, make sure your life insurance is paid up